Hey, this is Taylor here at Truck World RVA. Today we're going to take some time and look at this 2019 International MV607. This is a Cummins powered truck. It's got a 325 horsepower rated 6.7 Cummins in it, mated to an Allison automatic transmission, air ride rear, under CDL at 26,000 GVWR. This truck came to us from down south, does not have any rust in the chassis or the service body. 170,000 miles, around 5,300 engine hours. The second half of the video we'll do a cold start, a drive, and then demonstrate all the equipment on the truck. It has a 12,000 pound Stellar crane with a 21-foot 2-stage hydraulic extension, one set of C-Tech drawers in the driver 1 compartment, hydraulic outriggers, and a hydraulic air compressor. Exterior LED work lights as well as interior cabinet lights. Really nicely equipped truck all the way around. Now the goal of these videos is to show you everything about the truck as if you were here looking at it in person. So I'm going to take some time. We'll go around the exterior of the truck. I'll point out all the cosmetic imperfections I find. We'll look inside all the bins and underneath on the underside as well. We'll look inside the cab. In the second half of the video, I'll do a cold start, a drive, and then we'll run out all the equipment on the truck. If at any point in time you need any additional photos, videos, or information, if you want to see anything else up close that I go through too quickly, feel free to call or text at 804-716-8487. My goal is for expectations and reality to align. So I want to be as transparent as possible and as thorough as possible in presenting the truck exactly how it sits. So again, if there's anything you want more photos, videos, or information on, feel free to let me know. Again, this truck came from down south. You can see there's zero rust on the undercarriage, nothing in the frame rails. Underside of the bed, all very clean and free of any rust. Now this truck has been fully serviced. All the equipment on it works as it should. Everything's been tested. If you'd like a list of all the repairs we've done to the truck prior to listing it for sale, feel free to let me know. I can send over parts and labor receipts for everything just done to the truck. Power locks, power windows, cruise control, nice legacy air ride seat. You do have your laptop mount as well. You have locking rear, air ride rear, Allison automatic transmission, 152 miles. There's your suspension dump. Factory wireless remote, that's its recharging cradle there, so you have one extra rechargeable battery. The remote starts the truck, stops the truck, and commands the compressor on and off as well. Huge cab inside this truck. A little bit of staining on the headliner. And then no rips or tears in the seat. You have your RAM laptop mount. Rear seats are in good shape. These rear doors don't open, but you have, once you're in the cab, you have tons of space to access the rear. And again, tons of space back there for diagnostic equipment, sensitive tools, anything you kind of want to keep out of the service body. New steer tires just installed. They're Falcons. The drive tires are not new, however, they have probably 70% or better tread on them. And you have a scrape on the front bumper here, some rock chips kind of all around on the bumper itself. A little bit of paint peel here. Some very minor little chips here. Kind of around over top where the headlight is on that passenger fender. Coming along to the passenger side, we have an area of paint failure right here by the passenger mirror. You have a couple chips here in the body, a couple more chips up here. Just looks like some buffing compound and maybe a little logo residue there from an old logo. You have your steps, some paint peel on the steps themselves. Your exhaust is located underneath the step. Now the bed is an 11-foot nap-hide KMT bed. Factory paint is still intact. This is not a bed we've repainted. So there are some areas of wear along the bed. This is just an old logo right there, but you have areas along the edges of the doors. Kind of have this scratch along here. It didn't actually go through the paint, but it's kind of on the outside of the paint. Most of the areas that I'm going to show are very minor, but still worth pointing out. Again, the majority of the bed is in good shape, just has a couple little areas that I'm going to point out as we go along. Passenger 1 compartment is your torch compartment. So on the left-hand side, you have 3 sets of shelves in there. On the right-hand side, you have your bottle racks and your straps to secure your torch bottles. All the doors close, latch, lock, and seal as they should. We have the bin keys. All the latches are keyed the same way. Passenger 2 compartment. You have 2 more sets of shelves inside of here. You have the interior tabs as well, so you can move these shelves up and down or add shelves if you'd like. You have some extra dividers there laying in the base of the compartment. You have another scratch, very minor scratch that runs down this door. An area of paint failure right here, a little area of paint bubbling right here. One nice wide shelf inside of this compartment with some dividers in it. Now again, the drive tires are not new, however they have tons of tread life remaining. Look up inside the wheel well, super dry. The truck is riding on Alcoas all the way around. Crane compartment is nice and clean. You have one little spot there on the edge of the door. You have your air regulator and dryer, your body control panel. That's the master switch for the power to come back to this panel. This panel controls all your bed lighting, crane, and compressor. Again, that's also controlled off the remote. 12,000 pound maximum lifting capacity with a 2-stage hydraulic extension out to 21 feet. More dividers down there by the Railcraft hose reel. You have hydraulic outriggers. The crane side is hydraulic extend. The non-crane side is just hydraulic up and down. A little bit of damage along the side of the rear bumper here. This door still opens and shuts as it should. It just has a little paint damage and a little bend right there. The steps are in good shape. The bumper's not bent up. You have a pintle hitch plate there and trailer wiring. Steps to get up inside of the bed. It does have a rear view camera as well installed right here in the center. The bed liner is in fairly good shape. You have just kind of the leading edge of it there on the bumper is wore off. You have your air drain here for the compressor. And the tailgate kind of shows the majority of the damage. A lot of paint failure and peel on that. And a dent right here in the tailgate. Still operates as it should, but it is dented up right there. Master slide locks up here. You can push these in and lock each side all at once down both sides. You have your easy track inside of the bed, as well as your factory tie downs in there. Exterior work lights. You have 2 on the rear and 1 on each side. It does have a factory welder mount up top, so you can easily add a welder without having to drill holes into the top of the bed. Some more areas of paint failure along this rear edge here. You have 2 more shelves inside the driver rear compartment. Chip here on the edge of the door, and another scratch running along this door as well. One right here. No shelves inside this compartment, it's just open. Be a great compartment to add bolt bins in. Some more areas of paint failure along here. Driver 1 compartment, you have 2 sets of shelves on the right hand side and then a full set of C-Tech drawers. I believe it's 8 drawers in total over here on the left. It's all slide nicely and operate as they should. Now the compressor is a Van Air RC40 hydraulic compressor. Again, we'll demo that later on in the video, showing 33 total hours, 100 PSI max output. And again, you can turn that on and off from the remote. That about wraps up the cosmetic portion of the video. I'm gonna hop in the truck and take it for a quick spin, and then we'll run out all the equipment on it. 170,052 on the miles. Now the transmission filter service light comes up. We did service the transmission. We just need to plug up to it and reset that light, but that has been serviced. 5360 total engine hours. Again, it's air brakes, air ride rear, locking rear. You have your full-time rear view camera there. Super nice laptop mount that's all together. It works as it should. Now, again, if you'd like a list of everything we've done to this truck prior to offering it for sale, I'll have a full write-up on my website or anywhere you see this truck listed. But I can also send you over copies of all receipts, both parts and labor, for everything that was just done to this truck. We use all OEM parts. Anything we find that needs addressed, we take care of. Slightly longer wheelbase with that extended cab, so it's a nice smooth ride. Now the windshield does have a star in it. You can see right there, kind of in the center where I'm pointing. This glass is back ordered with no ETA, or else I would replace it. The windshield's fine, we just have that little star in there, so just something to be aware of. I would replace it if I could get the glass, but I cannot. Plenty of power. Again, it's a 325 horsepower Cummins. Brakes feel great. I'm gonna back it up in its spot, and then we'll take a look at the engine and run out the crank. Front strobes in the grille. Now for the lighting on the truck, you have a top mounted strobe in the headache rack, side mounted work light here on the passenger side. No lighting in the crane compartment. All the other compartments have LED strip lighting inside of them. Again, set this panel to on, and then this panel controls your lighting. You have rear mounted strobes, 2 LED work lights in the rear. See the strobe in the headache rack. And again, all these side compartments also have LED strip lighting inside of them. Kind of hard to see in the daylight here unless I go inside the compartment. But the only compartment that does not have it is the torch bottle compartment. And then one more side mount LED light there. PTO is on, your outrigger controls are in here. The PTO switch is just underneath the dash. Now once the outriggers are set, you can come back to the power panel in here. You're going to want to select power to the crane right there. Hit any button there to power the remote on. It shows linked. It is proportional, so depending on how hard you pull that trigger is how fast the crane will run. Again, it's a 12621, so it's a 12,000 pound maximum lifting capacity with a 2-stage hydraulic extension out to 21 feet. Let the winch down. I'm going to throw the crane up. We should be able to get that block to fall off there. I'm going to rotate it around, let the winch all the way down, and run it out to its full extension. So I just hit the RPM button here. I pushed it up, so that does turn the idle up on the truck a little bit, give us more speed on the hydraulics. That's all the way out to its full extension, 21 feet. Inner boom is nice and clean down both sides. Pretty good thickness still on the wear pads. All the functions are super smooth and work as they should. Now again, you can control the speed off the trigger. There's excellent speed control there. So most of what I'm doing here is full speed operation just to run through all the functions. But you can run it as fast or as slow as you like. Rotation bearing is nice and tight. Very little slop or play in the rotation. A to B works. Locked me out of winching up when I hit the block. Now to show some of the speed control here, I'm going to just barely inch it along. I'll show you how slowly you can move it. You can inch that crane over. Really handy for setting a load. The speed control is excellent on this one. Trigger is nice and tight. You can really feather it. Just nice and gentle. Set it down. So pushing up on this left toggle increases the RPM. If you pull down, it'll command the compressor on. Again, it's an RC40 Van Air hydraulic compressor. Up to about 150. Holding down on that button again turns off the compressor. I might not have held it down long enough. Turn it off there. Or you can turn it off here as well. Sorry, compressor. You can turn the truck off and on from the remote. Go right back into running your crane. That about wraps up this demo video. Once again, it's a 2019 International MV607 12,000 pound Stellar crane powered by a Cummins 325 horsepower engine. Made it to an Allison automatic, air ride rear, under CDL weight. Really nicely equipped truck with a massive cab. If you have any questions or need any additional photos, videos, or information, feel free to call or text anytime, 804-716-8487. Again, this is Taylor at Truck World RVA. This is all I buy and sell. If you're looking for something similar, reach out. I get new trucks in on a weekly basis. Thanks again for watching.